This report focused on 4 key thematic areas: education, health, employment, and social protection. The report is in light of the 2018 passage of the Disability Act. This document reflects the collective efforts of disability advocacy groups working towards improved legal and social recognition of persons with disabilities. It makes recommendations aimed at advancing the living standards and overall welfare of people with disabilities in Nigeria.
This report will assist government to implement some of the policy gap you identify in the research. As I'm always saying, achieving disability inclusion requires a kind of multifaceted approach. All hands must be on deck.
Executive Secretary of the National Commission for Persons with Disability, Ayuba Gufwang, assures that steps will be taken to improve the lives of the 35.5 million Nigerians living with disabilities. He further notes that the link between the rising cases of ill health and disabilities in Nigeria, emphasizing the importance of planning for the country's growing population.
The National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, under my watch, we continue to drive enforcement of the Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Prohibition Act 2018, and this report will help us to ensure that persons with disabilities enjoy the rights and privileges guaranteed them under the law.
We believe that this document will serve as a compass for policymakers, for disability rights advocates to hold, the duty bearers accountable, in the discharge of their duties.
However, policymakers and key stakeholders emphasize that much work remains to be done to fulfill the aspirations of Nigeria's 35.5 million people with disabilities.
Most of the states do not have any policy framework to support implementation of their provisions on education or inclusive education, as it were. In the area of employment, the implementation of the 5% quota is still far-fetched, and so leading to a high rate of unemployment among persons with disabilities.
Policies should not just be pushed out, but there should be ways of measuring how those laws are doing, or policies, how are people complying to them, and what next to do.
It's left to the government to bridge the gaps and assure implementation of the rights of people living with disability in Nigeria. Olije Wapera, Arise News.